Hi, you may have heard that some Windows 8 tablets are coming out pretty soon, and we wanted to give you an idea of what to expect from what's called Windows RT, the tablet version of Windows. It's going to be on several devices coming up October 26th and a little after that. So these are going to be touchscreen tablets, so we wanted to show you that touchscreen interface, how to move around in there. So this is your lock screen. It's going to be just like a nice pretty image that you can choose, and you can just slide that up out of the way and touch your login field. Get a nice little touchscreen keyboard, one of the better ones I've used, and that'll take you to what they call the start screen in Windows RT. So you'll see right away it's very different from what you're used to. Even from some smartphone devices, you've got what are called live tiles. Instead of just static icons, you've got live tiles that update information, scrolls through different content, shows you if you have a message, email, shows you the weather. So a lot of useful information right away. You also see that's laid out in this nice grid pattern. Now, if you're like me, your desktop gets pretty cluttered with icons everywhere. But this, even though you can move them around and add them and take them away, you can lay them out in this nice grid pattern, and they stay that way, stay nice and clean. You can also even extend beyond the edge of the screen to have plenty of room. So if you want to use one of the apps, you just tap it. It comes right open. Like here's Internet Explorer 10, a very cool new interface for browsing the web. Now if you want to get some options, like you're like, well, where do I enter the URL? You just slide from the top or the bottom, and it'll bring up the address bar and your whatever pages you have open, and you can navigate pretty easily. If you want some kind of just global settings for the app or to get back to the start screen, you just pull from over here, hit the start menu, and there you go, you're back to the home screen. Now if you want to go back to previous apps that you've had open, just slide from the left side. It'll kind of go through the apps that you're using. So that's the basic navigation there. Let's go back to the start screen. There are some more things you can do. You can pull from down here, get all apps, see what you have. That's where you can add more apps to the start screen. And right here is where you have your username. That's where you'd sign out, change your account picture, when you're on the start screen, you can get some different options over here. So it kind of gives you a nice clean interface to work with, but then everything that you need is just a little swipe away on the sides. All right, now let's see if we can kind of wrap all that up in a few pros and cons, get a little summary of what we've discovered here. So for the pros, I think first of all, just the interface itself, very smooth. Once you learn the gestures, it becomes very intuitive, very easy to use, very convenient. I really liked it. Now that kind of extends also to IE 10 or Internet Explorer 10, the browser. Not only is it very intuitive, page navigation back and forth, but lets you use your screen space. The tools stay out of the way until you need them. And also the touchscreen keyboard for Windows 8. It's just really great. It gives you a lot of space for your fingers, and just one of the better touchscreen keyboards I've used. Now for the cons, there's only apps. You can't use your legacy Windows 7 programs. Then there's also IE 10 is actually also a con. It doesn't display all the popular web pages quite the way it's supposed to. Hopefully they'll work that out. And then finally, with these tablets that are coming out with Windows RT, the price is more than I hoped. They start, $500, and it's just a little more than I expected. So hopefully that'll come down as the fervor wears off.